and welcome to Creative Q&A with me. Today I'm going to answer some of your most interesting questions, and after that I'm going to show you how to make these absolutely magnificent scrap-busting pom-poms and some amazingly inventive ways to use them.
Hello, love. I'd like to know how your refashioning adventure began.
I've always been into DIY and really enjoyed it, but I mostly stuck with my toolbox and power tools and paint now and again. Then about 3 years ago, I inherited an ancient sewing machine from a great aunt, and once I taught myself how to thread it properly, which did take some time, hit my closet, ran to the thrift store, and started creating. So I guess I've been sewing and refashioning for about 3 years and blogging about it and sharing tutorials online for about 2.5, which kind of proves you can teach an old dog new tricks.
How's it going, eh? So you're Canadian, but you've lived in Japan, England, Greece, and now Germany. What's your favorite place, eh?
Each country I've lived in has had its own sets of pros and cons. If I absolutely had to choose though, I would say that Tokyo was just an all-around amazing experience. And London, the cultural diversity found there and the creativity is phenomenal. Plus, I didn't have to learn a new language to live there.
Bonjour. I am curious where you find your inspiration.
Where do I find my inspiration? Everywhere, actually, from fashion magazines, TV shows, movies, to even just walking around. And of course, the internet is just chock full of inspiration. But if I'm being 100% honest, most of my inspiration strikes right here, while I'm lathering my hair.
Yeah, so I want to know, what would you be doing if you wasn't a maker?
Honestly, I can't imagine a life without making. Creating is just me.
Oh, and one last quick question, if I may. What does your future hold?
More DIYs, more making, more creating, more sharing it all online with you guys. And I've actually been seriously considering a move back to England. And you never know, one day my dream might come true and I might have my own thrifty, helping you save money, refashionista TV show. You never know. You'd watch it, right? For this fantastic scrap busting project, you'll need a pile of scraps that have been ripped into strips, a smaller scrap, and your scissors. So your first step is to grab a scrap. My scraps are about 30 centimeters long. I have 6 of them, and they're about 2 centimeters wide. So grab that first one and simply wrap it nicely around your fingers. Grab another scrap, and beginning where the first one left off, wrap that one neatly over top of the other scrap. And just continue wrapping all of your scraps around your fingers. Once all of your scraps are wrapped, remove them from your hand, grab that smaller scrap, place your wad of scraps in the center, and just tie it with that smaller scrap. Next, you want to grab your scissors and slip them through the loops on one end and chop right on through. Then repeat with the other side. Next, you want to grab 2 chopped pieces of scrap here and pull them in opposite directions, just separating all of your little scrappy pom-pom bits. Once all of your scrappy pieces are separated, you'll have a nice puffy ball, but it's not very even. So the next step is to just pinch it as flat as you can and even up all of those edges. It does not have to be perfect at all. I mean, it's a scrappy pom-pom after all. Once you're happy with your evenness, then simply puff it out and your scrappy pom-pom is complete. To make teeny tiny little pom-poms, you'll need some little scraps, thread or string, and your scissors. So your first step is to simply place your scraps on top of each other. Next step, fold your scraps over and back over themselves. Like so. Tie in the center with your piece of string or thread. Chop on through and repeat the steps as for the large pom-pom, and you've created an adorable little mini pom-pom. Go ahead and create a bunch more, and here's some fabulous ideas on how to use them. Well, I hope you enjoyed the fun little creative Q&A with myself and that I gave you some new ideas for how to use your scrap-busted pom-poms. And might I just say, my absolute favorite idea is to make 3 big pom-poms, grab a jar, print off some juggling instructions from the internet, pop those pom-poms into the jar, and you have an instant juggling fabulous gift. For more groovy tutorials, visit my blog, awesomesauceasshattery.com. And until next time, I'll catch ya on the zigzag.